vloggy vlogsters, it's Christmas Eve. Ah! Not that I'm excited or get overly festive or anything. So Christmas Eve, also known as Friday? Yeah, I think it's Friday. It's already got to that point in the season where I've lost track of what day it is altogether, so it's good that that's happening on what is basically our first day off together. I am still in my Christmas PJs and it's like, what time is it? About 3 o'clock. So it's quite late to be in PJs still. Plans for today were that we were going to have a bit of a lie-in, which we achieved, to have a nice sausage sandwich, which we achieved, and then to have a tidy up of the flat ready for Christmas, because we are spending our first Christmas together. We got married this year, we bought this flat this year, so we're spending our first married Christmas together in our first home that we've bought together. So we're having Christmas Day here. I'm cooking Christmas dinner. I'm quite terrified. It could all go wrong. We could end up with just like some cheese and biscuits or something, but you know, wouldn't be the end of the world. So yeah, so we tidied up the flat, which I've nearly got there. Taking some time. There are just still boxes everywhere because we moved in May and then got married in August. There's just stuff everywhere. I've also been really busy with work this year, like the busiest year ever. It's been crazy. So yeah, there was just loads of stuff. So we've put some pictures up and we've just, you know, tidied up and moved some boxes around, and it feels really good to kind of try and just get the space right for Christmas, which is really nice. And of course it'll be right beyond then. We then had like a picky lunch. Which was yummy. And then like all the Ocado order arrived, so we've got all of our Christmas foods, yay. Dan's gone off to get his hair cut. Now, our plan was that we were going to go to the Christmas market, because we haven't been yet. It's crazy. Like, when you live in Birmingham city centre, you kind of try and avoid the market as much as you can because it's just so busy. But we always do try and go on a bit of a date there once a year, and this would be the first year that we haven't made it. However, it is on till after Christmas, so it's not the end of the world, because we were going to go to the Christmas market and then we were going to go and do Christmas karaoke with some friends, which is also a bit of a tradition, although I don't think we made it last year, which means I really want to make it this year. But oh my gosh, the weather is horrendous. Like, it is pouring with rain. The wind is like blowing the plant pots over on our balcony, which is no mean feat because our balcony is actually facing into a courtyard, so it's completely sheltered. And I know that, well, A, they sometimes close the Christmas market when it gets too windy because it's just not safe. But also, I don't really want to stand outside in that. We've been when it's raining before, and that's actually really good because there's loads of cover and it's usually really quiet because it's raining. Oh, I probably shouldn't have told you that. That's like our secret for like a non-horrendous Christmas market trip. Go in the rain. Okay, secret's out. But yeah, the wind is unpleasant. So I'm not quite sure what the plan is yet. I'd still like to go to the pub later, but Christmas karaoke doesn't kick off till like 10:30, 11 o'clock usually, which for an ancient person, an old married woman like me, is very late to actually go out. I was hoping if we went out for dinner and sort of were already out by that time, it would be okay. So yeah, dunno. But whatever we do, even if I just stay in my PJs and we just cozy up here, I'm just so excited for it to be Christmas. Okay, a festive decision has been made. As you can see, I have actual clothes on, full face of makeup, and we are going out. We're not going to the market, obviously, because it is literally, I've realised, Barbara, I don't know if she's a hurricane or a storm, but Barbara is whooping things up out there. So we're not going outside. We're going to go to the cinema and we're going to grab some burgers there. We're going to go to the Everyman, which basically is where we go every time we go to the cinema now, because I think it's £13 a ticket at the Everyman, which is like not cheap, but it's like £10 a ticket to go to the normal cinema. And at the Everyman you get a sofa and you can get beer and burgers, and the burgers are good. So we're gonna go there. So I've got some clothes on. I'll show you what I'm wearing. So here we go, festive season outfit number 1. Got my Christmas jumper from Monsoon, some grey jeans from ASOS, and my grey Clarks shoes. Really pink. My skin went really, really red whilst I was putting my makeup on. Don't really know why, obviously rebelling against putting clothes on. So yeah, so we are gonna go to the cinema and have some dinner there, and I'm not sure whether we're gonna go to the pub or not because Dan is so knackered. So this is his first day off, and it's obviously his like super busy season. Sorry, I like curled these bits and they're not quite long enough, so they've gone a bit weird. He is, yeah, it's his busy season, and it's his first day off and he's just knackered because we've been tidying all day. The flat looks so nice though, I'm so pleased. But yeah, so off out, festive date night, we'll see how long we last. It's Christmas Eve. Ooh, we've got lots of music on. I don't know whether this camera will pick up the music, but yeah, we've had a really lazy morning. So it's actually nearer to lunchtime than it is the morning. But we've just got to get all the Christmas jobs, like prep, done today. There isn't an enormous amount because I bought pretty much all of our Christmas dinner kind of pre-prepared in trays. I am my mother's daughter. I learnt well in the art of opening packets as far as cooking is concerned. There's not too much to do there. Just got to prep the turkey. Got to cook our Christmas ham, which is a really, really tiny 2-person Christmas ham. So going to do that. Got to put dinner on because we're going to have pulled pork tonight. So I've got to stick that in the slow cooker. Who knows, we may even get out to the pub at some point. But yeah, Christmases are coming. Okay, so the pork is in the slow cooker and just need to make the barbecue sauce. I'm using the Rosa Lilium pulled chicken recipe barbecue sauce, which is what I always use. And these are the ingredients. Basically, you've just got tomato ketchup and paprika and chili and garlic and white wine vinegar and brown sugar. Just going to mix all of that up with some stock and pop it on the pork. And then tonight we will have amazing barbecue pulled pork foods. Okay, now we're just going to try and find a pub that's open and can feed us. We're back from the pub. That was really nice. Had a little bit of a stroll through the jewellery quarter, which is really quiet. I think like a lot of sort of city centre places, loads of people just sort of go home for Christmas or go back to their families. So we found this in our old flat as well, like the car park starts to get really empty, and the streets are just really quiet, so it was really nice actually just sort of strolling through. But we are now back and I have some cooking jobs to do. I have to make the ham for tomorrow. Got my pinny on, look. And also, as you may have seen if you've watched all of my vlogs this year, I found out that I was allergic to cinnamon this year, which is actually really hard at Christmas. So I have not had a single mince pie this year, not had a single slice of Christmas cake. I was totally going to make my own mince pies, make my own mince meat without cinnamon in, but I just ran out of time. And then I nipped into the supermarket on Thursday. Yeah, so I nipped into the supermarket and the Waitrose kind of Christmas cake kits were less than half price. They've been like reduced right down. I thought, you know what, I'm going to buy that because I've made one before when I lived at home and it was really easy because it's all weighed out, so you just have to mix it together. And instead of putting the spice mix in, I'm going to make my own spice mix without cinnamon. So it could be terrible, but this way I at least get to eat some Christmas cake. So I think Christmas Eve could be the latest possible Christmas cake I have ever made, and I've cut it fine before. But the fruit's all been soaked in brandy and everything, it's all pre-soaked, so there shouldn't be any need for feeding and things like that, which is what I'd usually be doing for like 3 months. So yeah, bit of cooking, get some Christmas tunes on, and then it'll be time for eggnog pulled pork that is just bubbling away nicely in the slow cooker over there. And I think we're going to watch a Christmas film and just put our feet up tonight. Right, so what have we got in here? I think these are my templates for cutting icing. Got, oh, that's our spice mix. Don't need that for the nasty cinnamon. Got some jam for the decorating. I love these kits, they're such a good idea. Chopped nuts, brown sugar. So that's my plain flour. Icing, marzipan, bleh, but Dan likes it, and a whole lot of brandy soap fruit. What's that? What's in there? Ah! Need to get it out now.
I'm going to get it installing.
Oh, thank you, darling.
That's okay.
That's so cool. Good morning. Oh, it's Boxing Day. It is earlier than I would like to be awake today, really. We had the most relaxing, magical, amazing Christmas day yesterday. It's just the two of us and Rita the tortoise, and it was just exactly what we needed after the busiest, most stressful year. It was brilliant. So today we are going to, firstly, my grandparents' house to go and see them. Secondly, we're going to go and drop Rita off at home because our friends are back from Mexico today. Thirdly, we are then going out for lunch with my parents. And then finally, we are going to Dan's mum's for tea, and we're going to see his brothers and my sister-in-laws and all of the kids. So, and we're staying at Dan's mum's tonight, so that's going to be fantastic. And then tomorrow we are getting up from Dan's mum's. We're driving over to Dan's dad's for brunch, and then we are coming back to visit some of like my really close family friends. And I think we're staying over my parents so we can have a tipple, and then we're coming home again. And then we'll just play Final Fantasy 15, or as I've been calling it, Final Fantasy Bro Edition, until New Year, where I think is the next time we have to emerge and see anyone. So, deep breath. It's gonna be a mess of food and fun and maybe some presents, who knows. And now I need to get up and have some breakfast and get Rita sorted so that we can get all the presents in the car and go do our Santa Claus bit. All ready, and it's time to Christmas. Bye Rita, it's been lovely having you to stay. Oh, her cage looks so sad without all her toys in it. Okay, we've seen my grandparents. We have dropped Rita off. That's the first 2 stops of the day done. Lunch with my parents now.
Seven, 6, 5, 4,